Hi everybody, I'm Michelle from Michelle's Craft Corner here. In today's video we're going to be making this awesome porthole themed card using the Sailing Home stamp set and featuring the coordinating designer series paper. Let's get started. So here's a close-up of the card we're going to be making today. Now it can be made in either gold or silver. Now in this video I'm going to be doing gold, but it can easily be made in silver instead. So I wanted to show you both options. I really love how this porthole card turned out. It's very fun look, very easy to make. Now, to do this card, you need a couple different products. First off is the new Sailing Home stamp set. This is from the new annual catalog. I absolutely love this set. I've got more projects to come with this one. Be aware there's also coordinating dies to cut out all of these cute things we're not using in this video, but it does exist and you can buy them together and bundle and save. Besides this stamp set, we're also going to be using the Night of Navy ink today. We're going to be using the layering circle framelit dies to cut out those wonderful circles. If you don't have this, you could also use some die punches as well. They just need to be two different sizes to get that layered look. All right. Besides that, we're also, of course, going to be using, and this is personal preference, either the gold or the silver. And this is the foil-edged card and envelope. Now, these come in a pack of 40, so you can make a ton of these. Really economical, and how gorgeous is that foil edge? Such a nice statement and very quick and easy. So, yet again, we're using gold, but you could easily do silver. Besides those, to match whichever card base you pick, you're also going to need either the gold or silver foil sheets. Now these come in a 12 by 12 pack, and a little goes a very long way. We're actually not going to be using very much at all in this video, so you'll have plenty left over for other projects. For this, we're just going to be using for that porthole and for the little rivets. All right. So besides that, of course, you're also going to need your multi-purpose liquid glue, just a pair of scissors, and then a hole punch to do our little rivets. This is the retired Stampin' Up! One, but you can use any standard size hole punch that you have sitting around. Even a 3-ring hole punch will do, as we're just getting those circles. All right. We're going to be using Whisper White for our scrap right here, and also for that circle as well. And for our background paper right here, we're going to be using the new Come Sail Away designer series paper. I absolutely love this paper. It's part of the Come Sail Away suite. You can see I have already sliced and diced it good, using it for various other projects, so I've got more videos to come using this. So if you wait till the end of the video, I have some other samples using this paper and this design to do some other variations, but you can see it is just gorgeous paper. It matches this suite so well. So you could do this design and use any of this, and it would just be gorgeous. So we're going to be using some of this for that stripe. All right, so let's put it together. All right, so we're going to start off, move that off to the side here, and go ahead and grab one of those cards out of the pack. And just check out how lovely this thing is. Look at this. Isn't that just beautiful? And it comes pre-scored, so all you have to do is just give it a nice little fold. It's ready to go. Isn't that awesome? Oh, I should have grabbed a bone folder, but I'll just use fingernail. There we go. And even the envelopes, they're just so gorgeous. All right, so I'm going to cut my piece of design series paper at 5 inches by 3 3/4, and that's big enough to just cover that white background. That's going to be our background piece. For my circles, I'm going to be using these two right here. To cut out both my gold foil and my Whisper White with my die cutting machine. I'm just doing that off camera just to make this video shorter. Y'all don't want to see me just sit and cut something out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take our ink. Let me just move that off to the side. Let's go ahead and stamp our lighthouse. Now, since we are only using the top of the lighthouse, you don't have to ink the whole thing up. So we're just going to ink the top part of our lighthouse. There's also some really cool birds in this set too, so you could even have some birds in the corner as well. All right. And then, since we already have the ink out, I'm going to go ahead and do the thanks as well. Just go ahead and grab that scrap of white. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. Yep. Put those off to the side. Put our ink away. Right, now I'm going to go ahead and glue my lighthouse down. Just want to stick it right in the center. Got a little bit of wiggle time before it dries, so if I need to line it up a little better, that's pretty good. Just like that. Okay. So anytime you're doing shapes like circles, you tend to have extra, edge pieces with those foil sheets. So that's what we're going to use and punch out several little just gold circles with our hole punch. Now for this, you're just going to need 8. So I'm just going to dump out a couple here. I pre-cut. There you go. So if you don't want to put the dimensionals behind them, you could just glue them flat as well. But the Stampin' Up! Mini dimensionals are the perfect size for these guys. They're awesome. So what I recommend is doing the mini dimensionals on north, south, east, and west. And then doing flat between those. So like northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. You'll see in a second. If you have trouble with dealing with tiny things like this, because I know this is a pretty small thing to deal with, I would definitely recommend, and this is just a great tool if you do have issues with really tiny things, is getting the Take Your Pick tool. It's a very affordable Stampin' Up! Tool, so it's got a lot of really handy features. One of them is the little putty tip on one end, so it's got this little sticky tip, which is easy for picking up things that are tiny like that if you're wanting to deal with adhesive things. And it also has on this other end kind of a scoop end, kind of like a little mini spatula, which is really good for stuff like little mini dimensionals if you want to scoop it off the sheet. As if I'm paying attention to what I'm doing. There we go. Scoop it off the sheet just like that. And wanting to just kind of lay it down, I'm just going to pull it off. Come on, behave. There you go. All right, didn't want to behave on camera, of course. All right, but you get the idea. I got to practice a little more. So very handy tool if that is something that you do have trouble with. I highly recommend getting, there are refills for the putty. You just kind of can tear it off. I need to actually screw that back in. I kind of let some too much out. But there's also a little emboss tip as well you can change out. So really, really cool tool. So if you want to point that out for those that might be very helpful for. So all right, so moving on. So we're going to stick our, I'm going to call them like little mini rivets because that seems like the best term. There we go. That one just wants to be difficult. So we're going to go north, then we're going to do one south, east, and west, and then we're just going to glue the other ones just flat in between. I'm going to speed it up just for the sake of time. there we go, all done. And by doing it split, it's a little easier to line them up. You can also kind of adjust them a little bit. That one's not perfectly aligned, but it's close enough. All right, so now let's just put our pieces together. Stick my thanks on there. Oh, there's my scissors. Which for this one I think I'm going to have it a little longer, so I'm just going to flip it and snip it to the edge. There you go. But you can also just line it up with the edge of your designer series paper as well. Okay. And then we're just going to glue our porthole down. Yep, we're done. So pretty quick and easy. So let me share with you guys some other samples. So the same design and layout, just with some of different variations with that designer series paper real quick. So there's that with, and this is all from that same set. So if you don't like the lighthouse, you could also do, there's that anchor from that stamp set as well. There's gold and silver with some rope. Now this one is heat embossed with some embossing powder. And then this one is that sailboat. There's little sailboats in that designer series paper set as well. I'm going to do some ribbon on that one instead. So a lot of different options, a lot of different ways that you guys could do this design. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. For direct links to my Stampin' Up! Store and all the products featured in this video, do check out the description of the video. Under the drop-down link has all the direct links to everything featured. Thanks, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.